Welcome to Everyday Cooking with Ann. We're doing a thread on citrus cupcakes. Oh, they're so amazing. I can't wait till you try it. Today is going to be our orange cream cupcakes made with our fresh oranges and orange zest. It's also going to have a cream cheese frosting. So each of the frostings on all of these cupcakes, we're doing grapefruit, lime with a lime curd filling. We are now doing the orange that will have a cream cheese frosting, and then we'll be doing a lemon as well. So 4 citruses. I grew up in Arizona. I had all 4 of these trees in my home and I used them. This is how I learned to make these cupcakes. And I want to share them with you now. A really great idea is to make them all in one day so you can have the 4 different kinds to serve at an event you want to do. So it's really awesome. People, it's so good. They're all infused with amazing sugar and citrus flavor. Let's get started. I'll show you how to make the orange cream cupcakes. One of these cupcake batters are made a little bit differently, which is kind of interesting. But they all turn out amazing. So this has got 1.5 cubes of melted butter. We've got a 2/3 cup of granulated sugar. Okay, we're going to put this in here first. And we're going to go ahead and do 2 eggs. We've also got our flour mixture, which includes baking powder and salt as well. I think this is 1.5 teaspoons and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we also will be putting in some orange zest that I already zested from my oranges. And I'll show you quickly, this orange juice that I zested, that I juiced as well, will be going in the frosting, but not in the actual cupcake this time. So I'm starting off with the sugar, and I'm going to put in 2 eggs. They've been at room temperature for a while here. And I'm going to beat these for a couple of minutes before I add the next one. This has been beating for about 2 minutes. I'm turning it down to low at the moment. I'm adding 2 whole teaspoons of the orange zest. Okay, zest has this wonderful oil in it that infuses flavor like nobody's business, better than the actual juice. You want to make sure when you're zesting that you don't get the white pithy part of the orange, only the outer orange layer. We're also going to be putting in a teaspoon of vanilla. Mixing that as well. Then I'm slowly adding the melted butter. Just like a lot of other cake recipes, we're going to be adding alternating milk. We could have used buttermilk, but it calls for milk. And we mix together our dry ingredients as well. I'm just going to put in a little, start with the flour. And you don't want to overmix this. This is why we're just doing a little bit at a time. This needs to just be barely mixed together. So we're going to add a little bit of flour. Okay, that's just barely incorporated, which is what we want. You can see this little fleck of orange in there. And I'm going to go ahead and get my cups, and I'll be back with you and show you how we're going to fill the cups up. Making lots of cupcakes today, so all of my cupcake liners match the flavor. So we have orange cupcake holders to match the orange cream filling that we're putting in our batter today. So I've gone ahead, you can see the batter is just nicely beautiful. It's going to turn out great. I'm going to fill each one about 3/4 full. I'm using about 1/4 cup of batter for each one. Okay, actually I taste the batter. These taste like Orange-Creamsicles. Yum. I remember having those as a kid. Not very often, but anyway, we're putting it into a 350-degree oven. We're going to put it on for 20 minutes to start, and then we'll go from there and see if it needs to be in a couple of minutes. We're going to be making an unusual frosting for our orange cream cupcakes. And what we're going to do is I've got 3/4 cup of orange juice that I squeezed fresh orange juice from the oranges I used. This is the zest I got from those oranges. And the juice is on my stove. I actually put it onto a boil in a small saucepan. You can see how orange it is. And now we're making an orange juice reduction. So we're letting this boil for about, and I've got it between medium and low, for about 8 minutes. We have 7 minutes left to go. We're going to let this boil, and then we're going to put this together. Let me show you what's in our, what is in our pan, ready to go, our bowl. Here we have 8 ounces of cream cheese. We also have a cube of butter. So we've got 8 ounces of cream cheese and a cube of butter. It's all softened. It's been, we're sitting here waiting. And while this is reducing down, I'm going to go ahead and put this, beat this up until it's nice and melded and ready to use. Okay, I've just beat the cream cheese and the butter, and I'm going to go ahead and add just only 1 cup of confectioner sugar, powdered sugar, and also a teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm going to turn this on slowly and start beating this as well. About a little bit more than 8 minutes, but it's now totally reduced. And we don't want to put this hot syrup into our frosting because we want it to be cold, so we're going to let this cool. It should be about 1.5 tablespoons, and so this is a very concentrated reduction of our orange juice. Okay, I've chilled our reduction orange juice here, and I'm going to add this, and it's nice and cool. Look how 3/4 of a cup of orange juice came down to this very nice concentrate reduction. So I'm going to add this right in here to our other cream cheese and butter mixture. And I'm also going to add 2 teaspoons of our orange zest from our oranges. The rest we'll be putting on top of our. So let's see how, if this turns out pretty orangey. I do have a little bit of food coloring of yellow and red to make orange, if this doesn't color it. Now, this is very soft, and so it's going to need to be refrigerated, but I'm deciding, that is really good. I've decided I'm going to add another cup of powdered sugar to this to kind of stiffen this up a little bit more too, and just have a little extra. So I'm going to add that right now. That's a very nice orangey taste. Okay, I'm going to add 1 drop of red and squeeze in a couple of drops of yellow. Okay, it looks kind of apricotish, but it's a beautiful shade actually of orange to go with our orange flavored cupcake. So I'm going to go ahead and put this frosting in the refrigerator for a little while, maybe half an hour to an hour, to kind of harden up the butter and the cream cheese again, so that it will be easy to frost the cupcakes. And I'm going to come back and show you how we're going to finish this up and show you how it looks. Up our orange cream cupcakes. This honestly, frosting tastes just like a creamsicle, so it's a great recipe for an orange, anything you want to put on for a frosting, for a cake or these cupcakes. So today I'm just decorating them with my little trusty shooter here with a kind of a flower edge, and I'm just going in a circle and then finishing it up with a little thing on top like that. And I'm going to go ahead and just sprinkle a few of my sprinkles on top to make them a little bit different than my other ones, and we'll show you a little bit minute on the thumbnail how good they look. Here's our final product for our orange cream cupcakes. Aren't they fabulous? Looking for the fall season. You can use them for Halloween or even Thanksgiving. The orange cream tastes like really an orange creamsicle. It is so delicious. And if you go to my channel and subscribe if you haven't already, you'll get to see all the other cupcakes that I've been making this season. They're all citrus, from lemon to lime to grapefruit and to these great orange cupcakes. It's really just a fun project, especially if you have to do something for an event. It makes a very impressive, beautiful array of different kinds of cupcakes, and they're all citrus. which is my favorite next to chocolate. So enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the video. Once again, share with your friends, comment, that would really help me a lot, as well as subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.